The sky above Proxima IV was changing. Once a rich purple with swirls of bright blue, it now showed patches of dull gray. Queen Jia stood at her palace window, her four-fingered hands pressed against the clear crystal glass. Her normally bright skin, which should glow with a soft blue light, looked dim today, just like her planet. "Your Majesty," a voice called from behind her. It was Taeho, her chief scientist. His face showed worry. Jia turned slowly. "Tell me the truth, Taeho. How bad is it?" Taeho placed a round device on the table between them. When he touched its side, a model of their planet appeared in the air. The inside of the model showed a dark spot at the center that was growing. "The core continues to crystallize, my queen. The living energy that flows through our world is slowing down." Taeho's voice was steady, but his skin flickered with stress. "The great forests in the south are already dying. The floating islands are falling. I believe we have 3 months before the damage cannot be fixed." Jia closed her eyes. 3 months. How could a world that had lived for countless ages die so quickly? "There must be something we can do," she said. "Our people have faced troubles before." "We have tried everything in our knowledge," Taeho replied. "But yesterday I found something in the old library." He pulled out an ancient scroll made of thin crystal sheets. "This tells of a time long ago when our world faced a similar problem." Jia carefully took the delicate scroll. "What does it say?" "It speaks of beings from a distant world called Earth. These humans have a special energy in their bodies that can restart our world's core." Taeho hesitated. "But there is a problem. Contact with humans is forbidden," Jia finished. Everyone on Proxima IV knew this law. It was one of their oldest and most important rules. "Yes. After what happened to Prince Daesung 300 years ago, any touch between our people and humans was banned forever." Jia remembered the stories. The first meeting between their worlds had ended in tragedy when a human's touch had somehow killed the prince. Since then, humans were seen as dangerous, their touch deadly to Proximans. "Is there no other way?" Jia asked. "We have searched for other solutions, but found none." Taeho's skin pulsed with sadness. "The ancient text is clear. Only the unique energy pattern of humans can reset our core." A knock at the door interrupted them. Min Su, the palace advisor, entered the room with a low bow. "Forgive me, Your Majesty, but the people in the eastern cities are frightened. The ground shakes there, and the light plants are dying. They ask for your guidance." Jia nodded. "Tell them I will speak to everyone soon." After Min Su left, Jia walked to the large crystal map on the wall. It showed all of Proxima IV, with lights marking each city and forest. Many of the lights were now dim or dark. "If I ask for human help, the Council of Elders will fight against it," Jia said. "Elder Quan has always been strict about keeping the old laws." "True," Taeho agreed. "But if we do nothing, there will be no laws to keep and no people to follow them." Outside the window, Jia watched as a flock of sky swimmers, large creatures like flying fish with glowing tails, passed by. There were fewer of them now. Everything on their world was connected through the energy field from the core. As it failed, all life suffered. Jia made her decision. "Prepare a message to Earth. We will request one human with knowledge of biology and energy fields." "And the council?" Taeho asked. "I will tell them after the message is sent." Jaya's skin brightened with determination. "Better to ask forgiveness than permission when our world's life is at stake." That evening, Jaya called her closest advisors to the small meeting room. The walls were lined with images of Proxima IV's history, the first cities, the great energy bloom, the time of floating islands. And in one corner, almost hidden, a small image of the first and only contact with humans. "This is dangerous, Your Majesty," said Elder Quan when Jaya explained her plan. His old face was set in deep lines of disapproval. "Humans caused us great harm before." "That was an accident," Jaya replied. And now we need their help, or we all die. Better to die following our ways than live by breaking them, Quan said. Young advisor Subin spoke up. With respect, Elder, I disagree. The old texts don't say human touch is always deadly. They say it caused an energy cascade in Prince Daesung. Perhaps with preparation and care, it could be safe. The debate lasted hours. Outside, the first drops of black rain began to fall. Another sign of the failing core. Jia watched the dark drops hit the window, leaving gray marks that didn't fade. Finally, when the others had left, only Taeho remained. The message is ready, he said. Once sent, it will take 2 weeks to reach Earth. Jia nodded. Send it now. Later that night, alone in her royal chamber, Jia stood on her balcony looking at the stars. Somewhere out there was Earth. Would they answer her call? And if they did, would she be remembered as the queen who saved her world, or the one who broke their most sacred law? In the garden below, the light flowers were closing early, their glow dimming. A ground shake made the palace tremble slightly. Time was running out. Jia touched the royal mark on her forehead, a small crystal that had been part of her family line for generations. I will not be the last queen of Proxima IV, she whispered to the night. Not while there is hope among the stars. As if in answer, a shooting star crossed the dark sky, leaving a brief trail of light before vanishing. Dr. Hannah Kim was looking at stars through her lab window when the message arrived. She worked at the Deep Space Communication Center, where strange signals from space came in every day. But this one was different. Dr. Kim, please come quickly, called her assistant Juno. His voice sounded strange. Hannah found Juno staring at his screen. What is it? A message from Proxima IV, he said, his eyes wide. They're asking for help. Everyone knew about Proxima IV. The beautiful alien world had cut off almost all contact with Earth 300 years ago, after some terrible accident. Their people, tall beings with 4 fingers and skin that glowed, were known to be very private. Hannah read the message twice. The alien world was dying. Its core was freezing. And somehow, they thought a human could help. They're asking for you by name, Junho said. How do they even know about your work? Hannah had written papers about alien biology and energy systems. Maybe the Proximans had read them. But why ask for a human when they had kept away from humans for so long? The next day, Hannah met with Director Wu and other government officials. This is very unusual, Director Wu said. His face was serious. The Proximans never ask for help. They barely talk to us at all. Their message says their planet is dying, Hannah pointed out. They must be desperate. Or it's a trap, said General Park, frowning. We don't know why they really cut contact with Earth. Maybe they blame us for something. They argued for hours. Finally, Director Wu looked at Hannah. Do you want to go? Yes, she said without hesitation. If they need help, and I can give it, I should try. 1 week later, Hannah was on a ship heading for Proxima IV. She had studied everything known about their world and people, but it wasn't much. The ship was fast, but space was big. The journey would take 7 days. Hannah spent the time reading the old records about the accident that had ended friendly relations between Earth and Proxima IV. The details were few. A human had touched a Proximan prince. The prince had died. No one knew exactly why. We will be arriving at Proxima IV in 1 hour, the ship's computer announced on the 7th day. Hannah looked out the window as they got closer. The planet was beautiful, swirls of purple and blue with floating islands hanging in the air. But she could see problems too. Large dark patches spread across the surface. Some of the floating islands were tilted, as if falling. When the ship landed, Hannah put on her formal Earth uniform. A simple blue suit with the Earth symbol on the shoulder. She didn't know what to expect. The ship door opened and bright light flooded in. Standing 20 feet away was a group of Proximans. Their skin glowed with soft blue light, and they wore flowing clothes in rich colors. "Welcome to Proxima IV, Dr. Kim of Earth," said one of them, a tall male with a silver band around his head. "I am Sangmin, Palace Advisor. Queen Jia sent her greetings." Hannah noticed how far away they stood. "Thank you for your welcome. I've come to help if I can." Sangmin nodded. "Please follow me. But remember our most important rule. Keep a distance of at least 3 meters from any Proximan at all times." As they walked toward a waiting vehicle, Hannah saw how carefully the Proximans moved to stay away from her. Their faces showed a mix of hope and fear. The vehicle took them through a beautiful city with tall crystal buildings and hanging gardens, but many of the buildings were dark, and the gardens looked sick. "Your world is very beautiful," Hannah said. "It was more beautiful before," Sangmin replied sadly. "What you see is a dying world. The plants lose their light first. Then the water stops flowing upward. Soon the floating islands will all fall." They arrived at the palace, a huge structure that seemed to be made of light itself. Inside, everything kept the same careful pattern. Proximans stayed far from Hannah. Rooms were arranged so she could enter without coming close to anyone. "The queen will see you now," Sangmin announced, leading Hannah to a large room. Queen Jia sat on a crystal throne. Her skin glowed brighter than the others, and she wore a small crystal on her forehead. She was beautiful in a strange, alien way. "Dr. Kim of Earth," the queen said, her voice musical. "Thank you for coming when others might have refused." "I'm honored to be here, Your Majesty," Hannah replied with a small bow. "I want to understand how I might help your world. First, you should know the truth of our situation." The queen pressed something on her throne arm. The room darkened, and a model of the planet appeared between them. Inside the model, Hannah could see the core, once bright and active, now turning solid and dark. "Our world lives because energy flows from the core to all living things," Jaya explained. "But the core is crystallizing. The flow stops. Everything dies." "How long do you have?" Hannah asked. 2 months, perhaps less," the queen said. "Yesterday, an entire city in the south lost all power when the energy lines failed. A small shake made the room tremble. Dust fell from the ceiling." "The ground shakes grow worse each day," Jaya said. "Soon buildings will fall. And how do you think I can help?" Hannah asked the question that had been bothering her since she got the message. The queen's glow dimmed slightly. "Our ancient records say that humans have a special energy pattern. It's different from ours in important ways. We believe this human energy might restart our core." "But there's more to it, isn't there?" Hannah said. "Something about the accident 300 years ago." Jaya nodded slowly. "Yes. To help us, you would need to do the one thing that is most forbidden between our people." "What's that?" Hannah asked, though she was beginning to guess the answer. "You would need to touch me," the queen said. "And the last time a human touched one of our royal family, it ended in death." The old library was deep under the palace. Hannah followed Queen Jida down crystal stairs that lit up when they stepped on them. The air smelled old and sweet, like books that had been kept safe for many years. "Few people come here now," Jaya said, "but this is where we keep our oldest knowledge." The room they entered was huge. Shelves reached up so high that Hannah couldn't see the top. Instead of paper books, the shelves held thin crystal sheets that glowed softly. "These are the records from the time when our people first met humans," Jaya explained. She carefully took down a crystal sheet. "This tells the story of what happened to Prince Daesung." Hannah looked at the crystal. Strange marks covered its surface, the Proximan writing system. 300 years ago, we welcomed the first humans to visit our world," Jaya began. "There was a big celebration. Prince Daesung, who was next in line to be king, greeted the Earth visitors." "What went wrong?" Hannah asked. "One of the humans, we think by accident, touched the prince's hand." Jaya's voice grew sad. The prince's body couldn't handle the energy from the human. His light grew too bright, too fast. He died before anyone could help him. Hannah frowned. Just from a touch. Our bodies work differently than yours, Jaya said. We are connected to our planet's energy field. Human energy patterns are very different, stronger in some ways, wilder. When these patterns mix without preparation, bad things can happen. Is that why you think I can help with the core? Because human energy is strong. Jaya nodded. Yes. The same power that killed Prince Daesung might save our world, if we can control it. She pointed to another crystal sheet. This old text says a properly channeled human energy pattern could restart our core. Just then, Taiho hurried into the library. His skin was flashing with worry. Your Majesty, there are problems, he said. Elder Quan has called an emergency council meeting. He knows about the human and your plan. Jaya's face showed no surprise. I knew this would happen. We will face them together. The council chamber was a round room, with seats rising up like in a theater. 12 elders sat in the highest seats, looking down at Jaya and Hannah. The room was full of other Proximans too, all keeping their distance from Hannah. Elder Quan stood up. He was very old, his skin glow faint and flickering like an old light bulb. Queen Jia has broken our most sacred law by bringing the human here, he said in a loud voice. And now she plans something even worse, to allow this human to touch her. Angry sounds came from many in the room. Some people moved even further from Hannah. Our world is dying, Jaya said calmly. The old texts show a way to save it. Better to die following our traditions than live by breaking them, Elder Quan replied. May I speak? Hannah asked. All eyes turned to her. I understand your fears. But I believe there's been a misunderstanding about what happened in the past. The room grew quiet. The records show that Prince Daesung died because of an unexpected energy surge when he was touched. Hannah continued. But what if that happened because there was no preparation, no control? I studied energy patterns. With proper preparation, the same energy that hurt the prince could be safely used. Elder Quan shook his head. This is just human talk. They always think they know better. Stop. A new voice spoke up. A young female Proximan stood. I am Yuna, keeper of the ancient texts. What the human says matches what I found in my studies. She held up an old crystal. This says the danger is in sudden energy transfer without proper channels. It doesn't say all touch is deadly. The meeting went on for hours. Some supported the Queen's plan. Others, led by Elder Quan, strongly opposed it. Outside, another ground shake made the building tremble, stronger than before. A large crack appeared in one wall. See, Jaya pointed to the crack. Our world cannot wait for long debates. I am Queen. I will do what is needed to save our people. Later, back in the palace, Hannah, Jia, and Taeho looked at the ancient diagrams. They showed special rooms built to channel and control energy. We still have one such room, Taeho said. The energy chamber in the old temple. It was built to handle strong energy flows. Can it be made ready? Jaya asked. Yes, but it will take a few days, Taeho replied. That night, Hannah couldn't sleep. She stood on the balcony of her room, looking at the Proximan sky. The stars were different here, but the feeling of being small under them was the same as on Earth. She heard a soft sound and turned to see Queen Jia on a nearby balcony. You're worried, Jaya said. It wasn't a question. Yes, Hannah admitted. What if Elder Quan is right? What if I hurt you like the prince was hurt? Then I die, Jaya said simply. But I die trying to save my world. There must be a safer way, Hannah said. Perhaps. Young Yuna has been searching the oldest texts. She believes there might be a way to control the energy flow. Jaya looked up at the stars. But we have little time. Another floating island fell today. Many were hurt. I'll do whatever I can to help, Hannah promised. Jaya's glow brightened a little. Thank you. Not many would risk themselves for a world not their own. As they stood under the stars, each on their own balcony, but somehow feeling closer, a group of Proximans gathered in the city below. Led by Elder Quan, they carried signs with the old symbols for keep traditions and humans bring death. The opposition was growing stronger, and time was running out. Hana woke to the sound of breaking glass. She jumped from her bed as something flew through her window and hit the wall. It was a small metal ball. When it hit the floor, it broke open and green gas poured out. Hana covered her mouth and ran for the door, but it was locked from outside. The gas was filling the room quickly. Her eyes burned and her throat felt tight. Suddenly, the door burst open. 2 royal guards rushed in wearing masks. One grabbed Hana and carried her out while the other used a device to suck up the gas. "Are you hurt?" asked the guard holding her once they were in the hallway. "No," Hana said between coughs. "What happened?" "Someone tried to kill you," the guard said simply. Later, in a secure room deep in the palace, Queen Jia paced back and forth. Her skin flashed with anger. "I am deeply sorry," she told Hana. "Elder Quan's followers have gone too far." Taiho entered the room with a grim face. "We caught one of them. He says they were trying to remove the human problem before you could contaminate the queen." Hana sat quietly, trying to understand. They would rather let their world die than try something new. "Fear is powerful," Jaya said. "For 300 years, our people have feared human touch. Some would rather die than question that fear." A large ground shake made the room tremble. This one lasted longer than before. "The shakes are getting worse," Taiho reported. "The great eastern forest fell into the sea this morning. We have perhaps 2 weeks before total core failure." Jaya's glow dimmed. "Then we must act now. Is the energy chamber ready?" "Almost," Taiho said. "But there is something you should tell Dr. Kim first." Jaya turned to Hana with sad eyes. "Yes, there is something I haven't shared with you." "What is it?" Hana asked, feeling suddenly worried. "The energy transfer to save our planet will likely kill me," Jaya said simply. "What?" Hana stood up in shock. "Why didn't you tell me this before?" "Because I knew you might refuse to help if you knew," Jaya said. "And my life is a small price to pay for my world." Hana shook her head. "There must be another way." "We found nothing in the texts," Taiho said. "The queen's body will serve as the channel for your energy to reach the core. The power will be too much for her system." Before Hana could argue more, a guard rushed in. "Your Majesty, an urgent message from Earth." The large screen on the wall lit up, showing Director Wu's angry face. "Dr. Kim, we've learned about the assassination attempt. We're also receiving reports about a dangerous procedure that might kill you. I order you to return to Earth immediately." "Sir, Hana started. "This is not a request." Director Wu cut her off. "We're sending a ship to get you. Be ready in 6 hours." The screen went dark. "I can't leave now," Hana said to Jia. "But I won't help with a plan that kills you either." "My people come first," Jaya insisted. "As queen, my life belongs to Proxima IV." Hana paced the room, thinking hard. Yuna mentioned something about controlling the energy flow. "Where is she?" "Working in the old library," Taiho said. "I need to talk to her right now," Hana said. In the library, Yuna was surrounded by ancient crystals. Her young face looked tired. "Dr. Kim," she said when Hana entered. "I've been studying the oldest texts. I think I found something important." She held up a thin crystal that looked older than the others. "This tells of a special ritual called the Careful Bridge. It describes how to control energy flow between different beings." "Could it make the transfer safe for the queen?" Hana asked hopefully. "Maybe," Yuna said. "But we would need special tools and time to prepare." "How much time?" Hana asked. "At least 5 days," Yuna replied. Another ground shake hit, stronger than any before. Books fell from shelves. A large crack appeared across the floor. "We may not have 5 days," Hana said. When they returned to the secure room, They found more bad news waiting. The protective shields around the capital city were failing. 3 more floating islands had fallen, and Elder Quan was gathering protesters outside the palace. Earth's ship will be here in 5 hours, Tahoe reminded them. Hannah looked at Queen Jia. The queen's face showed calm acceptance of her fate. She was ready to die for her people. I need to send a message to Earth, Hannah said finally. On the screen, Director Wu listened as Hannah explained her decision. I'm not returning, she said firmly. I can't abandon these people. This is against direct orders, Dr. Kim, he warned. I know, but sometimes we have to make impossible choices. Hannah's voice was steady. If I don't help, a whole world dies. I can't live with that. Director Wu's face showed anger, then sadness. You're risking your life and possibly causing a diplomatic incident. I'm doing what's right, Hannah replied. After the call ended, Hannah turned to Jia. I'll help you, but we do it my way. We try Yuna's ritual first. We try to save both you and the planet. And if it doesn't work, Jia asked. Then we use your plan, Hannah said quietly. But I'm not giving up hope yet. That night, as they prepared the energy chamber, the biggest ground shake yet hit the palace. Walls cracked. Towers fell. The sky turned dark with ash from volcanic eruptions. We're out of time, Tahoe said as they steadied themselves. The core is in final collapse. Jia looked at Hannah. Ready or not, we must try now. Together, Hannah said, reaching her hand toward the queen, stopping just short of touching her. Together, Jia agreed. The energy chamber was an ancient round room deep under the palace. Crystal pillars stood in a circle. The floor had special patterns that glowed softly. In the center was a platform with 2 hand-shaped marks. Hannah and Queen Jia stood on opposite sides of the platform. Around them, Tahoe, Yuna, and a few loyal guards watched from a safe distance. Outside, they could hear the planet breaking. The ground shook constantly now. Once we start, we cannot stop, Tahoe warned. The energy must flow completely. I understand, Hannah said. She looked at Jia. Are you sure? The queen's glow was steady and calm. My people have no other hope. Yuna stepped forward with 2 small crystal bands. These may help control the energy flow, she said. The ancient text calls them bridges. They might make the transfer safer. Hannah and Jia each put a band on their wrist. The crystals began to glow, matching each other's light. It's time, Jia said. They placed their hands on the marks on the platform. The floor patterns began to glow brighter. Slowly, carefully, they'd moved their hands closer to each other. Remember, Yuna called out. Try to control the flow. Not too fast. Hannah could feel strange energy building in her body. It tingled and buzzed like electricity. Jaya's hand was now just an inch away from hers. The queen's skin glowed brighter than Hannah had ever seen. Ready? Hannah asked. Jaya nodded. For Proxima IV. Their fingertips touched. Light exploded between them, so bright that everyone had to cover their eyes. Energy flowed from Hannah to Jaya like water rushing through a broken dam. Hannah felt it pulling from deep inside her, not painful but strong and wild. Jaya gasped. Her body lifted slightly off the ground. The crystal on her forehead glowed with all colors at once. Is she dying? Hannah cried out, trying to pull her hand away but finding she couldn't. No, Yuna shouted, checking her readings. Something different is happening. The energy flow between them formed a visible bridge of light. It spread from Jaya down through the floor, following the patterns deeper into the planet. The ground shake stopped suddenly. Then, just as quickly as it started, the light faded. Hannah fell backward, caught by one of the guards. She felt tired but otherwise fine. Jaya still stood in the center, but she looked different. Her skin now glowed with a new pattern, swirls of blue and a soft gold color that had never been seen on a Proximan before. Your Majesty, Taiho approached carefully. Are you all right? Jaya opened her eyes. They too had changed, showing the same blue and gold colors. I am more than all right, she said, her voice stronger and clearer than before. I can feel the planet. I can feel its core reawakening. Hannah stood shakily. What happened? I thought the energy would kill me. Jaya smiled. It seems the ancient texts were incomplete. Your energy didn't destroy me. It changed me. She touched the crystal on her forehead. I am connected to the planet's core now. I can help guide its energy. Taiho's instruments beeped loudly. The core, it's restarting. Energy flows are stabilizing across the planet. They rushed to the palace's high tower. From there, they could see the changes beginning. The dark patches on the land were already looking lighter. A fallen floating island was slowly rising back into the sky. It worked, Hannah whispered. Your world is healing. Because of you, Jaya said. She hesitated, then carefully reached out and touched Hannah's arm. Nothing bad happened. It seems I can safely touch humans now. The energy bridge must have changed your body to handle human energy patterns, Yuna suggested. A guard rushed in. Your Majesty, people are gathering outside. Elder Quan is leading them. Jaya nodded. I will speak to them. On the palace steps, Jaya faced hundreds of her people. Many looked afraid when they saw her new appearance. Elder Quan stood at the front, his old face showing shock. People of Proxima IV, Jaya called out. Our world is saved. The core is healing. What has happened to you? Elder Quan demanded. You look changed. I am changed, Jaya agreed. And it is time for our world to change too. She gestured to Hannah. For too long, we have feared humans because of one tragic accident. But today, human help has saved us all. The crowd murmured. They could feel the difference already. The ground was steady, the air clearer. Some of the light plants in the palace